Everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to talk about the restocks that happened this week for the PS5 and Series X. And I'm going to also talk about what retailers are probably going to be having drops next week based on that information. So we'll do the recap real quick because that information is really important to talk about what retailers are going to be dropping next week. And yes, I do have some exclusive information on Target that I'll get into in this video as well. It's good news. So feel free to drop a like, and at the end of the video, maybe if I've earned your subscription, if I don't have it already, consider subscribing. But if I haven't, then forget about it. But let's get right into the video and start with those recaps. We had 0 restocks whatsoever for PS5 on Monday and Tuesday. We did have an Xbox Series X drop from Costco, which is members only, on Tuesday. Then Wednesday, we had a PS5 drop from GameFly for $1,000 bundles, and you could only purchase them if you were a GameFly member, and you've been a GameFly member for at least 30 days, meaning if you went and purchased a membership right when you saw that they were in stock, you wouldn't be able to buy one. You have to be a member for at least 30 days when they have their drops. So that was not the best. And then Thursday, everyone was waiting for Walmart, hoping that Walmart would come into stock at 3. It was a very dry day. I had been tweeting a lot because I was waiting just like everyone else. Follow me on Twitter if you haven't, because whenever there's a drop, I tweet it immediately. So during the day, during business hours, pretty much I can't do anything that takes my full attention because I'm constantly watching those drops. So I can only do like kind of background tasks. You know, maybe play a game, maybe like watch a show, but I can't really get invested in anything. I can't even record these videos because I'm watching those drops so intensely. And Thursday, it was so dry. 3 o'clock came and went. Walmart didn't come in stock. And then maybe a little bit before 4 o'clock, Walmart dropped every console. Xbox Series X, S, PS5 disc, PS5 digital. People were going crazy. And then, well, Walmart was still in stock. They weren't completely sold out yet. They were at the tail end. Best Buy dropped at the same time, which was just crazy. And they also dropped the Series X, Series S, PS5 digital, and PS5 disc. So we have people trying to get from Walmart, people trying to cop from Best Buy. It was a good thing. A lot of people were caught off guard for it, weren't expecting it, but at least they didn't drop at 3 a.m. Amazon. At least they dropped during a pretty good time, I would say. I mean, again, all these retailers typically, besides Amazon, drop during business hours, which isn't great for people that have to work at that time. But I will say they dropped as close to 5 o'clock pretty much as they could, Eastern time anyways. Unfortunately, that's still not the best for like Pacific time or Central time, but a lot of people were on lunch break Pacific time when they dropped. So I feel like, you know, Walmart and Best Buy, besides not announcing it, which both of those retailers have announced their restocks in the past, try to make it as convenient as they could for their customers. So I didn't completely hate those drops. Oh, and one other thing was GameStop had a drop where they literally only dropped the Xbox Series S, no PS5, no Series X. So it was kind of lame. They tried to like seem really cool, like, hey guys, we're having a next-gen console drop. They sent out emails, which they do for all their drops, and it was just the Series S, which, okay, that's great. I appreciate it, but where's the other consoles, you know? So with all of that said, Walmart, the shipping date they gave for those orders that were purchased was May 25th and 26th. So if you did purchase from there, you have a chance of getting it May 25th or 26th. You also have a chance of getting it literally next week. There were people that bought it April 15th that still haven't gotten their console. So I get so many questions when Walmart have drops. Why does the shipping date say this? Will I get it sooner? You might get it sooner, and you might get it by the date they arrived. And sometimes, unfortunately, you'll get it after the date they give you. But, you know, you have a PS5, you're getting it in 1 month. If you spent the last 6 months trying to get it, don't cancel your order. You know, don't spend another 6 months trying to get it just because you didn't get it right away. It's a few weeks. I know it sucks to wait, but that's honestly the best thing to do. You know, you have a bird in the hand. What's nice about Best Buy is depending on your location, you'll be able to pick it up at a store that you ordered it from by the end of next week. So that's obviously a lot sooner. But that being said, Best Buy and Walmart having those big drops yesterday, they are most likely not going to be dropping next week, obviously. So we can rule those out the table. The other three would be GameStop, Amazon, and Target. GameStop, I feel, is unlikely due to the fact that they did have an announced Xbox Series S drop. However, I would not rule GameStop out because the reason they might have done that was to try to clear out their Series S stock because they know that is harder to sell than the other consoles. Maybe they wanted to try to get as many of those out this week as possible because they know they're going to have another drop next week. So GameStop, I'd say there's maybe like a 50-50 chance. They tend to drop towards the beginning of the week, but they have dropped at the end of the week. So it's kind of, you have to watch with them. What's nice about GameStop is typically an hour or two before they have a drop, if you're signed up on their email list, they will send out an email letting us all know. So even if you're not signed up, obviously I am, I will tweet that out if GameStop does send out those emails that they're going to have a drop. Amazon, they dropped Saturday, April 24th last, and that was after nearly 2 months of not dropping. Obviously, they were supposed to drop in March, and they just didn't. And they decided to wait an extra month after when they were supposed to drop in March to drop their PS5 consoles. So Amazon's always a wild card, and one of the most common times they like to drop is 3 a.m. But another thing that Amazon does is they never like to repeat themselves. So if they have a 3 a.m. drop and everyone's checking every day at 3 a.m. for them, they'll drop, you know, at noon, or they'll drop at 7 o'clock at night. You know, they just, for whatever reason, they don't want their customers to know when they have stock, which is really, really frustrating. All of that said, I've never been wrong in 2021 on when Target is going to drop. And I have great news for Target, and that is that the distribution center warehouses, the last time Target dropped, by the way, was April 28th. It was the day before I turned 30 years old. It was doubled as my birthday live stream. It was amazing. I think it was the most people I've ever seen get a console in a single stream. I'm talking thousands of people from my stream alone. I'm able to track that by this pinned tweet right here, showing I've helped over 52,000 people so far secure a PS5 or Xbox Series X or S. But the good news is the very next day, which was my birthday, I received word that those distribution centers had already received more shipments. So over this past week, they've been receiving more and more shipments, and it is very likely that there will be a drop next week at Target. However, it could be the week after. Sometimes they build stock for a couple weeks. The good news is I'm the person who will know ahead of time when Target's having a restock. And Target and I have a really good relationship, actually. We tweet at each other, as you can see right here, where I told them that they were my favorite store, and they told me that they were going to frame that tweet. So when I do announce a Target drop, what's awesome about them is they're cool with it. They're aware of my account. They've obviously seen and replied to and liked my tweets. So that kind of proves they're aware of me and they're not blind. Obviously, when I tweet a Target drop, there's actually trolls that tag Target as well and try to get them to change their drop date just because they want me to be wrong or they want people to not get the console. I don't know. But Target sees that, doesn't change it. So when Target does drop, make sure you're following me on Twitter because I'll let you know at least 24 hours in advance, if not 48 hours in advance. So that wraps it up for this restock recap and also restock update for next week. If you found this video helpful, if you found it kind of enjoyable, let me know in the comments below. So thank you guys so much for watching the channel. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the like button, but only if you enjoy the content. Otherwise, let me earn your subscription. Maybe come back another time. Have a good one. I'll see you on the next one. Finger guns, baby. Finger guns. Peace.